This previously recorded webinar was created for the Nevada Digital Learning Collaborative. Are you a Google Classroom loving educator that is being forced to use Canvas? In this video, I am going to show you all the ways you can incorporate Google into Canvas and make your life a little bit easier. Hello, my name is Lauren and I am a digital ambassador for the Nevada Learning Collaborative, and I'm so excited to share what I know about Canvas and Google and how they really complement each other. So sit tight and we will get started on all things Google and Canvas. At any point in this video, if you feel like you have questions or you're trying to take notes, know that there is in the description a link to a guide that will help you navigate all the ways you can incorporate Google into Canvas. All right, so what you are currently seeing in front of you is a module that I've created with an old Google Drive Cloud assignment and a new Google assignment LTI 1.3. I'm showing you these two because they are still currently usable in Canvas and they are two different types of Google assignments. Now there is a third type of third way that you can use Google in Canvas using links. And I will show you that a little bit later, but I'm going to focus mostly on these two since these are the external tools in Canvas that you can use. Let's go into the Google Drive Cloud assignment. I'm going to show you how I would set this up. I use Google Drive Cloud assignments a lot more just because it's what I'm used to, and also since the new Google assignment is so new, it does have a few little kinks that I'm just not ready to touch it yet, but it's still really great, and what they're trying to do with it, I think Canvas and Google are doing a really great job of setting that up for especially like the live stuff. But let's show you the old one because it's really great too and I really like it. So here I just have my directions, and for each assignment they're a little bit different. So it says to complete this assignment, open up the Google slide at the bottom. It's not attached right now, but there's a window that will pop up. And then complete the Google assignment, editable document, and submit it here for a grade. So they do come back to this page and submit here. So before I'm going to do that though, I'm just going to kind of touch on rubrics for SpeedGrader. So I'm just going to click plus rubric, and then I'm actually going to find a rubric. The rubric I want to find is within my class. So it's should be in this one. And I'm just going to scroll through and find it here. So I can actually without having to import stuff, I can search for the rubrics this way, which is really nice. Here it is, interactive notebook, module 1, lesson 1, and then I'm just going to click use this rubric, and so now I have it right here. This is awesome, and that way you can make one rubric and add it to different assignments, and you can actually edit this, and then it creates a new rubric. Makes it really easy. So I'm just going to leave that there and then use this rubric for assignment, publish. I do want it to change because I do want the score to be 20 points. And so now that's attached to this, and then I click edit and you'll notice it already gave the points. I'm just going to leave it for the assignment group assignments, but normally I would do formative or summative. We're going to leave it as points, and then submission type. Wah. Okay, so submission type, you're going to click here, and we're going to do external tools, and then click find. And my district has lovely enough hit it at the very bottom because they don't want people to use the old one anymore, understandably so. And then when you click the old LTI, then from here is when your drive pops up and you can type in the name of the assignment, so I want that one. Okay, so then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to provide a date for it. We'll just say this Friday, and we'll say Friday as well, and then click Save. So now I have my directions up at the top. I always add a button that goes to a page that like gives specific instructions and has like a video tutorial on how to complete like the different assignments that I have. So that's really helpful. And then down here is the assignment attached at the bottom. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like within the student view. Alright, so now on the student side I can see the due date up here, the point value, the submission type, and then when I have it available until. So the due date and the availability is the same. I see my directions, I can go to this page if I need to, and then you'll see that I have this window down here with a submit button. Now, if I really wanted to, I could edit it from here, but you can see that's very difficult. So what I would do is click on this and it auto generates a copy. So this is actually my student copy. So I can go in here and now create and edit this however I want. So I'll come in here and then of course we zoom in a little bit and I could say change in position. Okay, so then the students would essentially just fill this out, and then let's just say that they're done. So right here, we would then go when we're finished, we would click this button, Submit, and it's now submitted, and we can see over here there's a timestamp for when I have submitted that as a student. So that is a basic way of how the Google Drive Cloud assignment works. Let's take a look now at the new Google assignment. Okay, so I have a very similar setup so far, completing the interactive notebook, and then I have a few extra steps here that are different for the Google assignment, and we're going to actually walk through these. So you know, we have to open it differently, and it actually takes us to new tabs that we have to navigate through. So you can add a rubric down here. The unfortunate thing about the Google assignment, as of right now, the speed grader is not linked as far as I'm aware. That could change, of course, by the time this video is posted, who knows, or by the time you're watching this video, it could have changed. But as of right now, as far as I'm aware, it is not currently working. So as you can see, I'm just going to add the rubric here, but there's a different way to do this, okay? And I'm going to show you. So then, of course, we're going to click Edit. We're going to add this just because routine, and then change again. Edit, and this time instead, so we have submission type again, I'm going to do the same external tool, but now I'm going to click on Google Assignment LTI 1.3. And this now, oops, we gotta switch account, that's my student account. Here's my teacher account here. Okay, so now this window pops up, and we are going to attach a document within our drive. So same kind of thing. I'm going to type in M1L1. Here it is, interactive notebook, and then it says each student will get a copy. Now this is where you can add a rubric. Okay, so I can say this is 20 points, and then create a new rubric within Google. So then I would just enter my information, and all I'm going to do for today's example is copy and paste the one in Canvas so they're identical. So I'm just going to really quickly show you how to create a rubric this way. So I actually have my rubric from my class over here, and I'm just copying it down into the Google assignment LTI. So I have slide 2, completion and accuracy is kind of the description, and then the points. So here's the point value, the next point value, and then the next one. And then I actually, so I don't have to redo all that work, you can go over here and then duplicate the criterion or delete it if you made a mistake. And then you can change the titles of these. So I'm going to do, this one's going to be like slide 4, and this one's going to be slide 3, and then we can see I'm at 15 points, so I need to do it one more time. Duplicate, and then this is going to be slide 5, so now I'm at my 20 points, and I'm going to do, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to delete this part, and then I'm at 20 points again, so I'm going to click save, and then we have a rubric now attached to the assignment. And then I can add a due date if I want to. Let's just make it for this Friday at midnight, so we can do that in Canvas as well. Okay, so let's make this bigger again. So now that should be all set, and I'm not going to load it in a new tab. I don't want to do that. And then I'm going to add that assignment date, save. And now it's going to, on my end, my teacher end, look like this. So now I can see the assignment. I will see the student submissions down here. And once they turn something in, I can view the file by clicking this. I can view the rubric. So let's look at this on the student end now. Okay, so now we're on the student end of this. And we can see again, same kind of format up at the top with the directions, and we're going to walk through these steps right now. So here is the Google assignment. So the first thing that a student needs to do is open the assignment. So they can actually see right here your files, there's the template, and then they can see the rubric right here. So let's click open assignment, and it opens up a new tab. And then from here, we can either, if we want to add a file to this, we can click add files, we can create a new document sheet, but we're not doing that because there is a template already made for us. So we're going to click get a new copy. Now we will open this copy. So now you can see I have my 3 tabs open. I have my Canvas page, I have the Google assignment like waiting room, I like to call it, I guess, and then the work room, which would be this. So now it auto-generates Joshua Ryan Abalera, which is my wonderful colleague, and so the student's name will pop up over here, and then they can start editing this within here. I'm just gonna do, let's just do change in position. And so then when they're done with the assignment, they will go back to this tab and then click submit. And they can resubmit it. And the thing that's nice is this is live, where the other one is not. So on the teacher end, I could view this student going through this assignment live and make corrections that way. And then it tells me over here that once it's submitted, that it says you're all set, your assignment has been submitted. Okay, so from here then I can go back over here and we can see when I refresh, it says the same thing that we saw before, where you're all set and the assignment is posted down here. And if I need to view it again, if I need to edit it, I can click here and go back and update it for a grade. So we're on the teacher side of this assignment now. So when we scroll down, you'll see that I have one submitted assignment, and I can see the student's name, and I'm going to now click on the student's name, and this window pops up for me. So this is how I'm going to assign a grade for the student. So I'll just go through this, and I can then click on the little different sections here, and I'm going to give this student 100%, and I'm going to say great job. Very similar to the speed grader, and then I'm going to return this assignment to the student so that way they can view it. And it says student will be notified and can check any grade you've left. Once it fully sends, there we go. And then essentially what I would do next is move on to the next student. All right, so since I have graded it within Google, the Google assignment, now, and I've returned it to the student as well, when I go to the speed grader now, the speed grader, while there's no preview, it did record that score. So I didn't put that in, that auto-generated once I added the score to the Google assignment. But when you use Google assignment, you need to make sure that you are using the rubric in order for it to be added to the grade book within Canvas. So that is how the two different Google assignments compare within Canvas. We have the old and the new. Of course, I have my preference with the old one just because there's not as many clicks with the Google Drive Cloud assignment. Other than that though, I love what they're doing with it, with the whole grading in live time. It's really awesome. I do think though that there are too many clicks. One last thing before I end here. If you are not able to have the Google Drive or the Google Assignment LTI within Canvas right now, make sure you go to your settings and add the application. So you just go to settings, apps, and then type Google, and then Google Apps. You're going to add the app, but before you do that, you need to scroll down here and click the installation instructions. Click here. Generate LTI key and secret. You're going to copy this code and this code one at a time. Oop. And when you do that, you'll go back here, Google. You scroll down. You're going to go to installation instructions first. Right click it, open this in a new link. Generate a LTI key. So then you're going to copy these two codes, go back to your app, click add, and then paste the consumer key and the shared secret, and then add the application, and then you will have the external tool for Google. Just a little last piece, just in case your district has not added it. The last way that you can incorporate Google into Canvas without using an external tool is by creating a link. So this is a project that I had. It was a group project, but this can also be applied individually as well. So we have our directions up here, and then we have an image that I've created that says click here to access test solutions. So when they click here, it will take me to this Google page where I can generate, as a student, my own copy. Now to create this link, all I had to do was, when I created the document, come up here, and then where it says edit, all I have to do is type copy. Then select copy, all of this, and then when I come here and I want to edit the assignment, and I go to my image here, I will remove the link that I currently have, and then click on external links, and then paste in the new link that has the copy, and click done. Then in the edit mode down here, I want to make sure that my submission type now is online and that it's a file upload. So let me show you. I'll click save, and we'll see what this assignment looks like for my students. Now we are looking at this assignment in student view. I could click here and I could generate a copy, edit it, and return, and click start assignment to submit. Then at the bottom, I could either upload the Google slide, or Google document as a PDF and upload it, or I can even select Google Drive LTI, and it will pop up with my Google account, or even do Google Drive. Either one, as you can see, this one is not currently working for me because it doesn't show when I'm looking at it on the teacher's student view side, because the Google Drive, for whatever reason, doesn't sync up. But for Google Drive LTI, it will. But for a student on their end, both of these options would work. And then all they would have to do is click, once they selected the assignment, submit, and of course nothing is attached, so it's not working, but for funsies we're pretending it is, and then it would work. Alright, so I have just a random document so you can see when I submit the assignment, it will load and says here submitted, and you can see I am past my due date. To all my Google users out there, I really hope this was helpful. So you can see there's multiple ways you can use your Google assignments, your Google resources into Canvas. As you can see, there are multiple ways in which you can incorporate Google into Canvas. It's one of the reasons why I love Canvas so much, is because I am very Google savvy, and Canvas just helps me deliver all of my Google content much more simply. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly. I will have my email posted in just a minute. And again, my social media, if you're not familiar, you can pretty much find me anywhere just searching up Canvas Queen. All right, thanks again for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day.